Okay, let's discuss that story in more depth now with Elbashir Idris, who is a Sudan affairs analyst and a human rights advocate who joins me live on the line from the UK. Welcome to you. Would you say at this point that we have the army now fully on top in this conflict? Are they in danger of actually perhaps at some point winning the war?
As for the line of reasoning, whether it's in danger of winning the war, what we're seeing with the Sudanese people currently with videos on the ground in Khartoum is that the Sudanese people are actually celebrating in joy and with a lot of relief taken off their shoulders as the Rapid Support Forces essentially collapses within the capital city, withdrawing through Jabal Olia Bridge that has been verified by drone footage today. This is a very significant development regarding the war in Sudan that started almost 2 years ago in the capital city of Khartoum. And today, the army has announced not only the recapture of very strategic points throughout the capital city, but by the end of today, it is expected to hear that the Sudanese army has essentially recaptured the whole capital city, especially after 2 years of under the RSF regime. It's been incredibly difficult for humanitarian aid and assistance to reach RSF-controlled areas in comparison to the Sudanese armed forces. Though it hasn't been easy throughout this war, there isn't exactly one side that is, or both sides that are the same. They are not. There is one that is disproportionately harming the Sudanese people much more than the others, and that is the Rapid Support Forces and its allied militias. And today's videos, today's social media presence, and today's activity that you see from Sudan should be noted as a mark by the Sudanese people, a vote by the Sudanese people that they do not accept the Janjaweed Rapid Support Forces within their capital city, and they would much rather have them nowhere near. And if anything, a lot of Sudanese would say they would not prefer to have the Janjaweed as well as neighbors. This is saying because though the Rapid Support Forces have collapsed in Khartoum, there are very much large convoys that are retreating, expected to retreat towards Darfur, which is the home base of the Rapid Support Forces. Now, this major win and significant developments, though, does come with drawbacks, with the RSF taking up their frustrations over their losses on the Sudanese people. Usually, we see this pattern of whenever SAF makes a gain, the RSF moves into a new area, or if they're already in control of an area, and they will seek to do extreme acts against human rights and violations. And so we've seen this current trend and topic. Even today, it's been noted that there has been an attack on Omdurman city in retaliation for the army's gains and for the RSF's retreat. However, it is expected that the RSF will collapse essentially by the end of today as this story develops and continues.
Elbashir, you said that the civilians are largely celebrating the advances of the Sudanese army. Given that the RSF still control, a large region of territory in Darfur, how far away do you think we are from the establishment of some kind of government or some kind of improvement in infrastructure and some kind of restoration of civil society?
Well, we haven't seen any semblance of civil society in RSF-controlled areas for almost 2 years. If we had, we would have seen ID cards, passports, things that would resemble state institutions within RSF-controlled territories. I have not recalled nor heard reports of the areas under RSF control having the ability to even to create such a system and to even create such institutions. So for now, all of a sudden, for them to wish to claim to form a parallel government or a parallel country is a bit nonsensical, as they've had 2 years to prove their worth. And surely, as what we've seen, the Rapid Support Forces have not come to Sudan to govern. They weren't created to govern. They were created to essentially kill, maim, and as proven in the past, ethnically cleanse and genocide. So to expect this group of of militia, of various militias operating underneath the RSF umbrella to suddenly start acting professional and real is a very low possibility. Though in the future, I'm sure it's within the Sudanese armed forces' view that they would not wish to see a Janjaweed RSF nation state or government that is neighboring it, that can threaten and cause a potential in its existential existence, as we've seen throughout this war. This has been the Sudanese armed forces and the Sudan state's essentially first existential crisis. And the way it has responded, the way that the people have responded, has shown that they do not want Sudan to be in an existential state or crisis ever again. And that comes with the removal and eradication of the rapid support forces. So that's the mentality of the Sudanese armed forces, I imagine.
Thank you, Elbashir. Elbashir Idris, my guest, Sudan Affairs Analyst.